Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Klarus XT1C. We're going to film this again. I filmed it once and it ended up being like 20 minutes, so we're not doing that. We're going to cut this thing down. So don't mind the mess here, guys. I've actually been building some really cool triple lights. Yeah, that's a 3,000 lumen triple I built out of a $10 Ultra Fire. Oh yeah, baby. We're working tonight. So let's talk about this guy. This is a really neat flashlight. I actually sought this flashlight out. Banggood approached me on a budget light forum and asked about reviewing lights, and I said I'd be thrilled. I've never worked with them before, and they gave me kind of choice of what I wanted to start out with, and I picked this flashlight. This flashlight's caught my interest for a lot of reasons, and we'll go over that as we cut through it, but this is a really good choice for kind of a do-everything light. It not only can you put this thing on a rifle and use it as a weapon light, it's a good light for tactical home defense. It's a good light for EDC, camping, fishing, hunting, all that jazz. And it makes a pretty darn good EDC light on top of all that. So let's talk numbers. This is a 3-mode flashlight with a 700 lumen, 100 lumen, and 5 lumen. Of course, you have your strobe and SOS as well. Run times are going to go from 50 minutes to 50 hours, which is cool. Some of the other things, it will take CR123 or 16340 batteries. It has a double-coated AR anti-reflective glass lens, smooth reflector, XPL high, version 2 LED, which is really good for throwing, which is kind of nice because it gives this thing some distance. Dual tail switch in the back, one momentary, one regular, which is kind of cool. A little bit of a deep carry pocket clip. Could be a little deeper. I'd rather see it way up there a little bit, but this is what they did with it. Dual springs in the battery case, and they're really thick springs that will help with the recoil of the rifle and keep the battery from smashing into the electronics. It has no PWM, which is pulse width modulation, which is that flickering that you get out of lights when they're in low mode. This does not have that. They took the high road and actually put in the electronics so that that does not happen. So if that bothers you, that is eliminated in this light as well. IPX8, waterproof, all that other stuff that typically comes with flashlights. We're going to go over user interface real quick. We got to move along here. I want to keep this under 10 minutes if possible. 2-switch design. Your round switch here is your main switch, which turns the light on or off. And no matter which mode it is in, it will automatically go to high. So when it is on, the flipper tab on top will switch between your modes, your low, medium, high. And being this has the XPL, you can see it has a very well-pronounced hotspot and also very decent spill around it as well. You can see it's a nicely focused beam, which is really good. A lot of lights just don't put the time and effort into focusing that beam. This is actually pretty good with this. So I believe you hold in, nope, turn it back on. You hold in the flipper, and that will bring you to your SOSs and your strobes and all that stuff. Alright, switching between the modes is pretty simple. With the light on, hold in that round button for 5 seconds. And at the end of 5 seconds, you're going to see a little flashing. Now hit your top flipper. And we have switched modes. Sorry for the strobe there, guys. Now, the top button is going to be a momentary strobe. The bottom button is going to be turning the light on, and once again switches between the 3 modes. We're going to switch back now. Again, turn the light on, hold that button in. See the flashing, hit the top flipper, then let go of the button. Okay, now we switched again. Top mode brings us, or I'm sorry, the top flipper brings us to low. Oops. And if you just hit it, it will work as a momentary, but if you leave it on, it will leave it on permanently. Okay, so you have instant access between high and low in outdoor mode, and you have instant access between strobe and high in tactical mode. Alright, why is this thing so cool? Couple of reasons. Number one, you have a light that is completely and totally capable of being a weapon light, an EDC light, a tactical household light, all in one, which is a very rare thing to see. There's a lot of lights that are really good for weapons, but they're too big and too bulky to carry around comfortably every day, and they just don't have the good access to the other modes that you're going to need for camping and fishing and things like that. This solves that with a very simple dual interface that you can actually switch between very easily and very quickly, and no problems there with that at all. Actually, we're going to do a size comparison. This is a little bit of a big flashlight comparatively. Here is the Olight S Mini. You can see absolutely dwarfs it. What do we got here? The S1R. These are all CR123 batteries. And the Jet Beam, was it Jet 2 there? Okay. So you can see this is the biggest of the bunch. In fact, the only CR123 light I have that is bigger is my discontinued Archer 1C. Alright, performance. Now, I tested this thing using my ceiling bounce test, which is where you bounce the light off the ceiling indirectly and then measure it and calibrate that in order to come up with a lumen reading. And I pretty fine-tuned that pretty well over the time. And what I came up with is very close to what Klarus said, which is like 6 lumens, 120 lumens, and like 730. So that is within error and pretty much dead spot on. So run times, got very, very similar run times on the high. You know, Klarus was kind of known back in the day for grossly exaggerating lumens and run times. It seems like they've kind of gotten with the times and are doing this a little more accurately. So overall, guys, the quality is there. You know, you have a really good, I mean, you can see a really good anti-reflective glass lens, really nice smooth reflector. It's a good up-to-date LED, which is awesome. Because you know what, guys, there's a lot of people out there, Surefire, Streamlight, who sell you old-ass LEDs at premium prices. This is pretty much the most up-to-date XPL high you're going to get. Good, thick, you know, body to it. Good dual springs on each side of that battery, so it can absorb all that shock. It's got a nice little button system. I know not everybody's crazy about it, and you can't expect that, but, you know, as far as what it comes with a lanyard and a spare O-ring. Very simple packaging, just a little, you know, kind of clamshell kind of thing there. You know, instructions are pretty accurate. I can't remember if I showed these already. Has your run times. Trying to get that to focus for you guys who might want to pause. All your information there. Okay, we're going to wrap this up pretty quick. And it even has a diagram as far as how your run times and all that work, so that you can understand all that. I mean, it's actually pretty decent. It's well written. It's not too shabby at all. Alright, performance difference between CR123 and 16340. I know a lot of people do not like the lithium-ion rechargeables. They're a little bit scary to some people, which is fine. With a CR123, the light will not be as bright. You're only going to get 400 or 500 lumens, but a longer runtime. CR123s have about 2 to 2.5 times the capacity of a 16340, so it's going to be dimmer, but run longer. This light does come with a high drain battery. It's a high drain 16340 made by Klarus. Well, not made by Klarus, but it's Klarus brand. If you are going to buy spare extra batteries for this, they have to be high drain batteries. If you buy regular 16340s, they will not hit that 700 lumens. You need to buy them. I highly recommend the eFest IMR 16340s. The IMRs are a really good and really safe chemistry, but at the same time they're also high drain and they're not very expensive at all. So those are a really good option. I'll put some links in the description for the light, where to get it from Banggood, all that stuff there for you. So there it is, guys. Really simple, really easy. Really like this light. Really enjoying it. It carries very well in the pocket. The pocket clip could be deeper, guys. You know, it does kind of, with these CR123 lights, if they're not super deep carry, they can easily kind of pop out of your pocket if you're reaching in to get change or something like that. So one big change I would make would be to move that clip up and make it right to the end deeper. But other than that, you know, it carries well. I've had no accidental turn-ons. You know, it's got everything I need. It's got the long run times for camping, for fishing. You know, it's got those lower modes for when you're in the car or checking on the kids, but it's also got that instant access to the strobe. I can use it on a rifle. I mean, this thing does everything I need in a light and does it fairly well, and they do it with quality too. It's quality parts, good thick springs, good glass, all that stuff. no PWM, which is a big deal for a lot of people, and that does cost them a little extra money to do something like that. So, all right, we're coming up and quickly running short on time. I'm going to kind of draw back here and give you a little bit of a beam shot. Don't mind my mess. Like I said, I'm building lights here. So, all right, focus, that's your high. You can see that bright little hot spot. Nice well-defined area of spill. There's your low. It just comes out as a little globe here, but it's actually pretty good. Medium. Once again, nice bright hot spot. And there's your high again. You know, really good hot spot, really good throw. This thing will easily get you 100 yards, no problem. So there it is, guys. We are done. Really nice light for the light. For the money, you'll find this thing on sale for around $30 quite a bit of times. So hope you enjoyed, and that's that.